Warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online. Hey, it's still Spooky-tober. I did it at the beginning of the episode this time. I didn't do it at the end of the episode or midway through the episode. I remember that it's still Spooky-tober, alright?
Oh, it's definitely a scary time, that's for sure.
Yeah? Hey, Tariq, we're not, Achievement Hunter, not in a good position right now.
Oh boy. Hey, well, you can't argue with facts. You can't argue with facts and fucking receipts. People showed receipts, and
It turns out when you're cheating, it's a good idea to take a photo of you cheating.
It turns out when you're a fucking monster, you should fucking get the fuck out and never show up again.
And you should stop contacting people about it too.
You should probably when you're already down just so much, just take the L. Just take the L. Just lay down and take that L.
No, boy, not a good time to be a Rooster Teeth Achievement Hunter fan right now.
Well, I mean, hey, no, it's fine to be a Rooster Teeth fucking Achievement Hunter fan. It's just not good to be a fucking Ryan Haywood fan because Ryan Haywood and apparently Adam Kovic. So hey.
No, Adam Kovic, less despicable. He wasn't manipulating a young woman. He just has a sex problem.
He also didn't double down. He also didn't double down.
Oh wait, did Ryan double down?
Ryan made not apologies.
Wow.
He's trying to gaslight people super hard.
And then he begged people not to say stuff for the sake of his kids.
Oh Jesus, man!
Perfectly respectable actions.
Jesus, man, it's a whole shit show there, man.
It's a shit show for those. Yeah, I mean, it sucks for everybody in Achievement Hunter and Funhouse, but good. Cut the tumors off when you can.
Yeah, I'm just glad. I'm just glad this didn't stay secret for even longer than it has. Now. Jeez.
Yeah. Boy, it's been a crazy week. Hey, so welcome to Kamen Rider Saber, episode 7.
Anyways,
King,
ignoring our therapy session,
appearing like the wind.
Yeah.
God,
episode 6. Oh, sorry, it's episode 7. I was confusing this episode. I was looking at next week's episode title for some god-awful reason. Because I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. Hey, so welcome back to our weekly unnamed discussion series about Kamen Rider Saber. A weekly discussion series where I, Austin, a person with years of knowledge of tokusatsu and Kamen Rider, and joined every week by my friend William. That's you, William.
Yep, it is
a person with no knowledge of tokusatsu and Kamen, as we are joined by our special guest, Tariq, as we discuss the latest Kamen Rider season, Kamen Rider Saber. That was a good cold open, by the way.
Yeah, cold open of just, cold hard facts.
Man.
Yeah.
Also, can we... Is Tariq still a special guest? I mean, he's been in every episode so far.
It's phase 4 of my Grandmaster plan.
I have it written down where Tariq is special guest, alright? I'm going off the script that I wrote, because William keeps complaining about me not having a script for our opening bit, alright?
Yeah, okay.
I complain about it, but even then, even if you say you have a script, I don't think you have a script at all, because you keep saying, I haven't memorized.
That's the brilliant of a good writer, though, William. If you can't tell that it's scripted or improv, that's a good writer.
That's not a good writing. That's just good improv. Writing means writing something down.
Hey, Toma has somehow made a living on writing books somehow, alright? If he can make a living on writing books, then I can make a living on not writing a script, alright?
Yeah, they haven't said what books he writes, and I'm gonna start the narrative that it's deep erotic fan fiction. Like he's just been writing.
No. Is it deep erotic fan fiction? Did it start off as deep erotic fan fiction, or it is deep erotic fan fiction? Are we looking at a 50 Shades of Grey scenario?
The answer is yes. The answer is yes.
50 Shades of Grey was plagiarism to begin with, though, right? That's not.
No, it was fan fiction. It started out as Twilight fan fiction.
No, but if I remember correctly, she straight up stole were like paragraphs from like the Twilight books into and put it into.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. I never read the 50 characters.
I'm not a lonely housewife in America.
No, yeah, but I mean, like, people don't care and people don't give a shit. But it's like she straight up took passages from the books, and then they even interviewed. I believe the author of Twilight was Stephanie Meyer. I believe her name is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They interviewed her and they asked her about that. It's like, oh, as long as she's successful. I don't know. She didn't give a shit, but like.
I mean, yeah. If I made Twilight, I wouldn't give a shit either. I'd walk away with my fucking paycheck and just never talk about it again.
Oh my God.
Anytime someone says you wrote those stupid Twilight books, I'd slap them with like $100 in single bills.
Yeah. I'm just surprised at the balls of this woman who decided to just honestly plagiarize like an author's work in parts and then decides to publish it and then make money off of it.
Speaking.
If you just rewrite stuff, it's okay. If you change little detail, it's fine. All right.
Oh,
that's the American way. All right.
Is this the homework scenario again?
Yes.
Hey. Speaking of the balls on somebody, let's get back to the show with the new shitty Kamen Rider. We finally have someone to take to dethrone Buster for being the worst person. Jesus Christ, this fucking new kid. This new kid is such an asshole. And he's okay.
Hey Tariq, again, is this supposed to be our Ninja Rider?
This is 100% our Ninja Rider. You know what's funny is I thought about this the minute I realized it now. I was gonna make a joke and say like Naruto shows up and just becomes like a dude. Is just as obnoxious as Naruto, but he's okay. The irony of this that he's green, but he's the ninja of the sword, of the swordsman Kamen Riders is funny to me because the fucking Power Rangers Ninja Storm, they had the one person that wasn't a ninja was the Green Ranger. And that's funny to me that this time we got a green ninja. Before it was a green samurai, and that's funny. But also, this kid is a fucking piece of shit. But apparently strong enough to beat Disaster on his own. So fuck it.
Yeah, apparently it all balances out in the end, despite his annoying, his annoying everything.
Yeah.
He just really rubs me the wrong way. Just his fucking attitude to everything. It's just so annoying. He has just a stupid smirk or this stupid smile on his face. While I was like, I'm the strongest.
He might have a mental disability. I'm just saying. Because because of my internet situation right now, I can't pull up the episode. But every time he talks to Toma, and just tells him fuck off or I'm better than him, he has no change in his expression. He says it like a psychopath. He just stares at him unblinkingly and smiling, go, haha, you're stupid. And it's are you going to murder me? He is actually a little bit unhinged. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's
introducing.
I would be shocked if we found he was manipulating his fans to have sex with him.
Oh boy, yeah. Oh boy, yeah. No.
That's how the
difference is the difference. Yeah, the difference is that he's a young person and not a 40 almost. Jesus, is he 40? A 40-something, late 30s, fucking large white man versus being some boy band looking 16-year-old.
Yeah, sure, I guess. I mean, that and the fact that I don't think his character would be smart enough to or malicious enough even to do any of that kind of shit.
So the Ren Akamichi, Kamen Rider Kenzan, he's a weird one. Also, I'm slowly piecing together how this works, right? So it doesn't seem like it matters what fucking book you put in your goddamn slot. But Toma's transformation book he puts it on the far
his
right
or
side.
Left, right?
So it makes it becomes the right dragon side. That's why it's the right arm with the dragon head on it. Rentaro puts the one in the middle. That's why his lion head is there in the center. And and Kento puts his in the left. That's why he has the stupid lamp. But they all can put... But, like... They've all gotten to a point now where they have 2 of a kind for their colors. And, like, Kento got the Needle Hedgehog book back. And so you can put... So that even though the book that has the Kamen Rider face on it should theoretically be the one that makes them transform, it's just any fucking book of the right color, apparently.
Yeah, no. Look, it sounds like the books are just bits. The real is they all, because Tariq, we all know it's been a that there's like before this doesn't get up, but there's a base form of every Kamen Rider, right?
Yeah.
It's like in Dano, right? You have Dano in his blank form.
Yeah.
And it's like
which is horrifying.
Yeah, but his main form is sword form with Momotaro. You don't know what the fuck we're talking about right now, right?
Okay, so basically, there's a Kamen Rider that gets there's to put it more entertainingly, there's a Kamen Rider whose transformation is getting a train run on him.
What? What?
It's five. He has 4 different transformations. And each time, one of his spirit friends has to run a train on him, and then his ultimate form is when they all run a train on him.
What?
That's how I'm choosing to phrase that.
He gets run over by trains. What is?
That's basically I'm basically telling the truth.
You're basically telling the truth.
I mean, I'm telling it in a certain way, but yeah.
You know what? I'll choose to accept this truth.
But there's a base form when there's no trains running on him. He's just tracks.
Yeah, like a blank form. Every Kamen has a blank, generic form we don't ever see, because no one gives a fuck about that form, right? It's the shitty form that never comes up, that exists.
Yeah.
So
and basically with Saber and Blades with the S and Espada and all, they all have a base form. There's a blank form and a base form, basically, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with Saber, his base form
is the right arm.
His base form is the right arm with the dragon, and Saber and Blades is the line in the middle, yada yada.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Alright then. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so
did they never explicitly state this, by the way? Actually, did they just never explicitly?
No, they're never going to fucking explain that.
Nah,
that's just
no one gives a fuck about the blank form. They're just there. They literally appear for less than 1 second.
It would be nice if they did it, but they're not going to. They're never going to.
They never do with any of the Kamen Riders.
I have. Deno would probably, like we just said, Deno is probably the only, because sometimes his friends don't want to run a train on him.
Okay. Sometimes they don't want to kill him with like a train or something like that, in order for him to transform. Sure.
But yeah, this actually is a
I'm
pretty.
Think. Has Deno no one has ever used his blank form?
I don't know that he ever used it, but I know that there was a point. Yeah, because when he goes from I think the first time we see it like just in blank form first, like more than just the transformation, is when the first time he does the transformation with all 4 of them. Because I think there's a period where they
Here, I'm gonna post in our chat the blank form versus the base form. All right. Oh, that image is not loading for me. All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
there it
it
is.
Yes.
I see
him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
So basically a New Age Kamen Rider, they all have this super generic blank form that we barely ever see, and they have their main form. Like
that's not a skeleton with zippers. Those are train tracks.
Those are train tracks?
Yeah, that season was a big fan of trains. It was so big, it got 4 movies out of that season, and the characters keep coming back.
Oh, and the main character became Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah.
The voice actor, the guy who plays Deno also plays Kenshin in the live action movies.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So wait,
because I think I explained to you in either our Sentai or an early episode of Saber, where I explained how pretty much everyone just used tokusatsu as a platform for their career for a young Japanese actor. They just use it as a platform, right? And then some of them end up becoming super famous, like in another season of Forza, the main character ends up playing Ichigo in the live-action Bleach movie.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, lots of success. So clearly perfectly, same level of success. Live action Bleach, live action Rurouni Kenshin. One is, laughed at. One is lauded as like a really good adaptation. I'm not gonna say which one, but
Okay.
Or one gets gets a Wikipedia entry named after him.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's how you know you're famous.
Yeah.
Wikipedia to write about you.
So back to the episode though. This is actually this one actually had a decent amount of exposition / explanation of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like we actually get confirmation that their plan is to just make a bunch of fucking book worlds. I don't know for what reason, but that's what the Megiddo are doing, and they don't seem to. Again, this is like the rainbow bubble thing. Like 15 years have gone by. How do they not know why Caliber betrayed them? Like, it seems like weird to me. Also, Caliber couldn't find this fucking one book or sword or whatever. I mean, maybe they'll explain where the sword was that like Toma was able to summon it, but like Caliber's whole plan is moving into action now. But like,
no, wasn't it the whole thing? Because I remember from the beginning, it was this whole thing where Tomo had when he was a kid, there was that guy in front of him who told him to about something about the hope in the future or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
And he blew himself up or whatever by doing this ultimate move.
Yeah.
And then when he was gone, all that was left of the guy was the book. So I'm assuming Caliber tried to do something with the book, but then the guy did the ultimate move, and then Toma was left with the book. And then I'm assuming. Yeah, I guess.
So what's weird though? Okay, so they explain that Caliber is he joined the Megiddo to help them with their plans or whatever. Mm-hmm. But last episode we didn't talk about it, but Caliber does some weird thing where he tries to suck off Toma, tries to suck his book off of him, or at least zap it.
Because there's this weird reaction.
And then all of a sudden, Storius, which again, still Zeus, funny.
Yeah.
Legiel actually sounds kind of cool. Storius just reminds me of the fucking Eric Andre bit where Hannibal bursts in and starts rhyming Morpheus with a bunch of random shit. I just want to go Storius, Morpheus, Orpheus, Dorpheus, Lorpheus. It's just such a ridiculous name. But so after we get introduced to douchebag Ninja Boy, who's not in an orange jumpsuit, Toma gets catfished by Storius. He's like, "Oh no, it's a person that needs help," and then Storius is like, "Haha, you thought it was a." You thought your first save, you thought you'd be saving JoJo, but it was me, Storius, and just transforms on him and attacks him, and then apparently locks his sword up the same way you can't put a passcode in a phone too many times. So the second time's the charm, but I don't know why Caliber couldn't do it. I don't understand what they were was that. I assume that was what Caliber was trying to do, but maybe it was just trying to absorb it. I can't tell.
I mean, there's a hint of it,
it looked like it was the same thing.
I mean, because the thing is, they explained this later on in the episode, talking about when Tomo was trying to find the book that will unseal his sword and stuff, and then he's talking about because it looked like it hinted at there was a reaction between these two books, between the two dragon books that they have, with Caliber and Tomo's book. And apparently, they in the riddle, they say in between the two dragons there will be a light that appears or whatever that will cause a rift, and then through that rift you'll find whatever the king that slumbers or whatever the fuck.
Again, another point where they intelligently use Toma's whole literary thing to talk about to expand on the plot and have him be well, I'm gonna read. And there's an entertaining bit with Daimonji, whatever, Tetsuo, where he's like, hey, are there any forbidden books? He's like, no, and then he just immediately looks at where the forbidden books are, and Tomo's like, I'm gonna fucking read that. And just like there's that was actually a pretty entertaining like little comedic bit, and apparently he's also nicknamed Slash by Sophia, which tells me that he's either already a Kamen Rider and he's just like retired, or he's going to become one.
Yeah, I mean,
because he has another sword-based code name basically. So I would assume that he's got some secret Kamen Rider shit.
Yeah, maybe he just like he just doesn't do it anymore because of some incident, but I don't know.
I mean, he does have crippling fucking social anxiety, it seems.
Yeah, he doesn't like looking at people and shit.
He doesn't like being looked at or looking at people. Which again, going back to the thing with the new guy Ren, Tetsuo also might have a mental disability, and I don't mean this to be like disparaging. It's just really funny because I rewatched Out Noah Zero recently and got a thing of main characters that might be a little bit on the spectrum. Like they're just not quite able to make human connections. And it's very interesting that Japan isn't great on mental health, but it seems like they kind of include a lot of people with a few impairments.
You don't have to worry about mental health if you're too busy working at an office job, all right?
Right. That's
your
why
mental health's not important. When all you do is work at an office.
No. You don't need to worry about mental health when you have a net to catch the jumpers.
Oh my god. Oh man, holy shit! This is a dark episode. That we're
don't worry. Hey, wait. If you ever feel that, just go play some pachinko machines. All right. That's how you solve. That's how you solve your problems with your pachinko machines. All right. That's why there's blue lights when you walk home, because they do surveys. You found out that people are happy when they see a blue light. Apparently.
Yeah. Apparently.
This took a dark, depressing turn all of a sudden.
Also, so we found out that King Arthur exists.
King Arthur confirmed for Smash. Yeah.
Everybody's here. First it's Smash, then it's Achievement Hunter.
No. But so he has to go to Avalon to get that fixed. So I'm curious.
No, I'm dying.
Okay, good.
I'm curious to know how. I wonder if it's gonna be like a thing where Avalon actually exists, or if it's Avalon in a book or something.
It's just another place that's just called Avalon.
I mean, it would make more sense if it's Avalon as a book, right? Because there is the King Arthur legend, and it has been written down several times.
Right.
So I would see it like that.
Right.
But I don't know.
Or what if it? I don't know. If it like, I wonder if this is good. Oh boy, I'm starting to get really. Now it's starting to like expand and turn into like galaxy brain talk. What if this just turns into like multiverse theory, and every book is actually real so long as it has a book world? Like every book you can go into that actual world. That's what all of these worlds that they're building are. Is just like you could go in and fucking meet Harry Potter. Like
is Harry Potter transphobic in
no,
not?
just J.K. Rowling.
Just the author. No, that's
just J.K. Rowling. All right.
Remember,
Harry Potter's still cool.
Harry Potter's still cool. Fuck J.K. Rowling though.
Remember, definitely the author, man. Definitely the author.
Yeah. But so because his book is locked, he's like, hey Ren, so you know how I totally like he didn't even so they had their little like joke competition at the beginning, which whatever, like kid's a little shit, it's fine that Tomoe just like bopped him on the head with a newspaper and was like, haha, I win. But he still has to be like, he's like, hey, here, just take your Three Little Pigs book. You can go take care of this. I gotta go get my sword up. Like, also the Three Little Pigs form on Saber actually looked pretty fucking cool. Because
it does. It looks pretty good.
Because it gave him like a shield out of the straw hut. Like that was pretty cool.
I like the design on it. It's pretty good.
I'm just a little like confused. Well, not really confused. I'm just like a little. It's more irked at the ability of like the little pigs thing where he just can.
Yeah, he just summons 3 little pigs and they just Minecraft build and like stack a house on them.
Yeah, and then the enemy goes into the house.
It's stupid. It's cartoon drawing of pigs, right? That's the best part.
Right, yeah. It's not like he summons 3 boars to attack them. It's 3 cartoon pigs that dance around and drop a house on the opponent like it's fucking Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird ability, at least from compared to all the other ones I've been seeing that seem at least somewhat helpful.
It worked.
Also, the worst was the piranha monster literally ran into the house. That's the worst part.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, again, because I don't have the episode. I don't remember what it was when Ren used it. Oh, also, it's going to be... Okay, I'm going to just call him Shitty Ninja, because there's Rentaro, and then there's Ren. So...
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because there's also a whole B-plot with Rentaro this episode that we're not even talking about.
No, because he has this whole thing with Zeus.
I forgot that him and Mai were still hanging out.
Yeah,
so apparently they're still there.
Apparently, another day has passed, or everybody is changing clothes halfway through the day, because for the first time, Mei changes clothes and lets her hair down. And when at first I was like, did she get extensions? It's like, oh wait, she's had her hair in a bun this entire time.
See, the way this is starting to happen, I'm starting to think it's going like this. It's not the characters that are doing the costume changes, it's the actors, you know?
Oh yeah, they're just like, fuck it. No, it's not. That's how you keep COVID regulations. You can't, if you keep changing clothes, the COVID can't catch you.
Yeah, so it could be that. It could be a strange way of just seeing COVID kind of make its way into or you can see the restrictions that it's placing on the fucking show, on the fucking production on the show, and I'm just thinking that's probably the case now, because I've been seeing the costume changes so many times. But I always thought it was just with Toma, because with Toma it's he's the only one. But now you're seeing it with Mei too, and I'm like, okay, so this is probably just COVID just being its weird thing.
To be fair, all the other members of Logos all have uniforms. Right? So it's kind of makes sense. They're regular people, but Toma changes his episodes multiple times in an episode. And changes clothes multiple times in an episode.
I'm telling you, he needs to stay hip. He has to stay hip with his stupid streak fashion.
He's got to stunt on the monsters with his hip fly clothes. Got to throw in them Yeezys and stomp them out.
God, man.
But yeah, so there's to the B plot though, because I have a whole other thing that I have about fucking Ren and his Kenzan thing, which is aside from this. But again, in terms of exposition, we get a whole bunch about Rentaro, because he fucking fights Zuos, and he's like, oh fuck. He's like, oh, and Zuos is like, oh yeah, I fought a blue swordsman once. I killed that motherfucker. And Rentaro's like, you killed my master! I must avenge him! And he gets his ass beat. And it's actually
pretty funny how he gets his ass beat too.
Yeah. It was also pretty one-sided too. It was like, ooh.
Yeah, he had no chance at all. He just got beaten down to the bloody ground.
But what's funny is, again, I don't know, Retro's making a heel turn, and I joked oh man, it will be really annoying if Espada turns out to pull a fucking I'm gonna go Sasuke and side with my father or something. But all of a sudden Rentaro is angsty as shit and just doesn't tell anybody that this is happening, and it's he
just goes off to the training room or whatever, and then just kind of
it's maybe you should you should tell somebody about that. No, he doesn't go off to the training room. At the end of the episode, he grabs his third, which apparently they just had the third blue book on, in
the middle of the room.
In case of backstory, break glass, and he just he's flipping the nuclear football. He just flips open the glass case and takes his book. And he's like, I'm gonna kill him. That's gonna be interesting, because that means that presumably, I think this is true from the wiki, the next episode we're gonna see an actual 3-of-a-kind transformation. So Rentaro is going to be the first one to actually go full. He's gonna go full, Kamen Rider.
Is that common, by the way, just to have a side character go through the full transformation first, or?
No. Well, it depends. So because a lot of the times the secondary one gets less transformations than the main.
The only
one.
time I remember in which the secondary character gets his transformation power before the main was in Ryuki when Knight gets his final form before Ryuki does. But that was like 2003, 2002.
Yeah, I mean,
that was the last time I remember that.
Damn.
Again, it depends on what you define as like the final form, because like
or power up form.
Yeah, because like in Kamen Rider Wizard, the secondary rider only has one power up form, and
he just has a bunch of stupid capes, and that's
so
it.
yeah, but then he gets like the beast whatever. Oh fuck, what was
the beast capes.
Capes. But what was his updated form? It was like beast. It was like something.
Oh, the blue one, the beast blue, the blue thing. Yeah, that thing. I don't remember the name of that thing.
I'm looking it up now. Kamen Rider Beast, blah 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 blah, and then it goes into.
Did it have that name?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, I looked up Kamen Rider Beast and it just pulls up mayonnaise. Cool.
Stupid. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah.
It's called Beast Hyper. Oh,
yeah.
Beast Hyper.
Yeah, it was Beast Hyper. So he only had one form versus Wizard had. He only had one updated, like one power up form. He had a bunch of stupid like capes that gave him like a little bit of extra, like a different ability. Wizard had four full like different color changed and like elemental transformations, plus a super transformation, and then a final transformation. So, but he didn't get the final transformation. I don't think he got. I think that Beast got his transformation to Beast Hyper before Wizard got his like final form. So it's like technically Beast got the final form first, but technically Wizard had more forms to go through anyway. So it's like that.
Huh. All right then.
But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what Three of a Kind does to make him like actually go into his super form. But yeah, Rentro's on a fucking warpath. He's about to he's coming after Zuos. He's out to just murder that
revenge.
Weird. Yeah.
And it turns out revenge is the best motivator for any character.
Oh, yeah,
apparently.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah.
We need more stories about revenge, right? There should be a game about revenge.
Don't you? No, I went on a whole rant about that game. Okay, I'm not going into a rant again. Okay.
Yeah.
About the cycle of revenge, right?
No, I'm telling you, Austin. Stop right now, or I will get out of this goddamn call. I will not come back.
It will be the first of us.
No,
as we talk about revenge.
Okay, no. You see, I'm my finger's on the button, Austin. It's on the button.
We may get 13 Kamen Riders in this season. We may not, right?
Yeah.
Well, how many?
Well, I thought it was like 10, right?
I mean, we have 10, but they lied to us before, and then they showed up more. So we get a story explanation between Toma and fucking what's this guy's name?
Slash.
Slash. Tetsuo. Was it Tetsuo?
It's Tetsuo.
Yeah, Tetsuo. As they're talking about the book, and we're talking about how 13 stories are connected by the sword. So it implies that there may actually be 13. Because from the what we saw at the beginning of the episode, or first we talked about there was 10 swordsmen, but now they're like, oh, there's 13 stories all connected to the sword.
Right.
And I think someone online has dissected the image.
Yeah,
I
wanted to pause it and just be like, okay, he's drawing. Oh, I can draw lines between things too. Okay.
Yeah. I think someone already went online and dissected the image and said that these do go with what we have for Kamen Rider. Like there is I think the bottom on the middle left is blades. We do see the symbol of blades, and we do see all the image so far on this book with the circle, like this weird tree of life thingy, do correlate with the Kamen Riders we already know. So we might get 3 more Kamen Riders. Some of them are probably gonna be movie writers because they like to save that shit for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, by the way, in Kamen Rider movies, they save a Kamen Rider just for that movie that doesn't appear in the TV show.
So wait, does that mean because if they're so let's say we have the 13 on that page, right? So we're only going to be seeing 12 of those riders, right?
I mean, we might only see 10 because they've made it clear that there's 10 swordsmen, and there might
So-
be 3 secret swordsmen or some shit
Okay.
that they'll save. One
So-
of them probably for a movie, one of them as a last minute twist in the episodes, and the 13th one, who the fuck knows? We'll throw
And
it in
then
at
and
some
then one
point.
with a gun. Hey, we still haven't.
No.
We're 7 episodes in, and we haven't had one sword turn into a gun. I call blasphemy on Japan. How
Oh,
dare
wait,
they
okay.
have a sword that's not a gun?
I thought you were making a joke that, like, you heard about the joke that Austin likes to do about guns. But,
What?
no, PC,
Oh no, that's the thing in our spoiler cast when we talk about movies. I talk about guns a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, boy,
And how you can
that's-
solve any problem with a gun.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
No, look.
I don't know about that one.
Look, if guns are your problem, just solve it by using
It
another
won't-
gun.
you can't solve an open bullet wound with a gun. Well, you could shove the gun in the bullet wound, but that's
yeah,
gonna
it'll
be
close
bad.
the wound. There you go.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, so we get story exposition
hey,
where we might get more Kamen Rider.
Yeah, we
Okay,
might get more
no.
Kamen Riders, but okay. So here's
But
the thing.
no,
Going
can
back to
I-
weapons, though.
Uh-huh.
Whoa,
No,
going
go
back
ahead.
to weapons, though. Fucking Ren, fucking Kenzan. Holy shit. Why? What are the rules for the drivers? What are the rules for the belts? Why does he have another transforming sword? Like,
I mean,
belt?
his sword was the one sword. He just happens
No,
to be
no,
able to
no.
attach.
But it's just like Buster, where he transforms by using his sword. He doesn't have a belt sword like the other 3. He has one like Buster and like Caliber, which implies that either there's a hierarchy that's bullshit, which means that Ren would be of a higher not to be funny, caliber than the other 3, or like that would mean he'd be on par with Caliber and Buster.
I mean,
Which is insane to me. But then he beat Disaster. So is he actually strong? Why do the other 3 have swords that are in their belts, but the other ones have swords that just put a belt on them? Like,
Yeah, it's really weird.
it doesn't I was all fine with believing that like Buster had an upgraded form and Caliber had the same kind because they're both, more experienced fighters.
Yeah.
But Ren makes no fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
He's such it's so weird for him to have one. And so I don't know what's up, and I'm curious to see like literally take your bets now. Because we're up to 6 riders now, right?
Yeah.
All right, so theoretically, which one's the next rider gonna have? Is it gonna have a sword that's a belt or a belt that's a sword? Well, I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Huh. Well. Oh yeah. So just to bring it back to, because I wasn't like done with my asking thing.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh.
yeah, because my thing is like, okay, so we have those 13 riders. One's not going to show, one's for the movie, right? But does it mean the story's not going to be finished by the time the season's over? Then we have to wait for the movie in order for the story to be complete.
Usually with these movies, they're usually with the way that these movies, they're just there as a true ending. Like if you watch the series, you're pretty satisfied with what you watch, right? And the movies are just a supplemental episode. But like, yeah, okay, now the story's like if you watch, like I think the right, it's like the movie, like if you watch the series, all right, cool, that's the series, we're done. And then the movie comes out, they're like, oh, here's a bonus episode. Like it doesn't really affect the main story. It's like a it's like a cute continuation if you completely follow the series, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the Naruto The Last movies. Like the one where he actually like kisses Hinata, and the one where he actually has a terrible son.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Yeah. That's usually how Kamen Rider movies works out.
Yeah.
They usually kiss Hinata.
I mean, there's always one like in the middle, typically, that like does like
the summer movie.
That'll like kind of cross over with. Actually, it winds up crossing over the Sentai. Like they pair them together. That like sometimes it's a crossover. Sometimes they just do it in the show where they cross over. But like they'll pair they'll package the movies together as like this thing.
Okay.
But like then they'll do
like a
final movie that actually like isn't just filler, and like actually adds to the canon.
Okay then.
Yeah. A lot of the time it ends with the world ends.
Okay, there we go. Usually the usual saves the world plot. All right.
Yeah. No. More like a Devilman Crybaby plot.
Oh God, no! Please,
Like
no.
like it's like, oh well,
No, please.
the show's over and everybody's dead.
That's not what I wanted to hear at all. But all right.
Well, these things happen, William. You gotta learn to accept death.
Okay. Oh God. What?
But William, if you're lucky, you can become God and just do whatever you want.
Yeah, become Fruit Jesus.
Yeah.
Let's just continue on, please. I don't want to sit on this.
Hey, so I'm not gonna lie. The fight between Ren or
yeah,
the fuck this ninja guy
he's Kenzan
Kenzan and Desktop, pretty good. Even though it's super heavy CGI.
Yeah,
right,
but it was
we still get a lot of good shots.
But it was actually a reasonable use of CGI. And now that they've explained that they are making these book worlds, and we see Disaster use it to basically isolate himself with Kenzan, it makes more sense. But yeah, I mean, it was a lot of green screen and CGI, but
it was a good mix of the two, because it was there was
Yeah.
also some, you can tell when the physical actors are there and when they're not, and it's it's not like they were using it gratuitously with the CGI. They would use it for the scars and stuff, but then you switch it back to live action, and then it's this is fine, because I can understand them not being able to do it with a scarf of all things.
Yeah. What's interesting is so again, it's crazy to me that Ren is, I guess, strong. He's not only shitty and obnoxious, he actually has skill to back it up. But he beats Disaster. But then but Disaster doesn't. I mean, Disaster explodes, but his little ghosty head floats off.
Yeah,
and so I don't think that he really dies.
But he was defeated. Yeah,
I'm sure, but he was defeated. Which again, I can't. There's so many.
No, just setting up Disaster as a real character, so I don't think he's super dead.
Yeah, no, it looks like he's gonna come back.
He Team Rocketed away. Basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But yeah. Oh, well, he also just didn't talk about the fact that there were more fucking piranhas.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of there.
Zuos just made a piranha, made two piranhas last episode, and we fought it, and everybody's like, "Yay, we did it!" And it's this episode's nah, there's more. And it's just God, fucking, just stop! How many fucking piranhas did you make?
It was also in the same location too. They were on the bridge, and then the piranha is also there too. So gotta get that fucking COVID protocol. Yeah, well, you can't have everything in this COVID world.
Yeah.
But I am excited for what could potentially happen in the next episode. I don't know.
We're getting King Arthur apparently shows up, or at least shows up as an arm.
And then we get backstory for Blades.
Yeah, Blades with an S.
Yes, that's
Blades.
why Blades.
After he gets his ass handed to him, and then fucking Zeus is like, "Yeah, you just took that."
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking just walks away.
You just got your ass beat by a furry. How do you feel? Zuos is the most Chad furry I've ever seen. He just has a muscle shirt, no sleeves, just slicked up hair, looks like he dances on fucking High School Musical, and then he just transforms into a full-blown plastic furry. And
he has his own fursuit and everything. Jeez.
Yeah, and then he just beats the shit out of Rentaro.
Yeah, Jesus.
And May May filmed it. She
really filmed all of that.
She was like, "Oh man." Also, let's not hide the fact also that because when they start that fight, she's like, "Oh, thank goodness for Instagram." It's their copyright free. "Ooh, we dodged the Instagram copyright just barely." But does that mean people were fucking sharing this one random pics of this one random dude, and she found him, or was he checking into locations "Ooh, Zuos just checked into the random park where he can fight"?
I mean, I'm just that's the thing, because there's this weird continuity thing that happened, because they were there was this whole thing with Disaster and Zuos, and they were in the last episode, and they were in an alleyway, and then you get the reveal that Zuos can change and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then it's he's a what do you call him? Megiddo, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so but then you go off into this episode, and they're suddenly in a different location.
Right.
So
Well, no, that's because I'm assuming that like a day has passed and they went out looking again.
No, but that's my thing. It's like
It's not explicitly told. It just
no. It's not the fact that it's not the day change that I mind. It's more the fact that Blades and May were basically there, right? And they see these two kind of facing off against each other for a bit, and then they don't do anything.
Oh yeah,
right?
they just fucking dip.
Yeah, they were watching this, and I would have expected Sunos like immediately in the next episode to have that fight. You know, but then they don't.
No, they didn't feel like doing that.
I mean, if anything, I think I can understand why. Because, but then again, this is me just thinking
the
only reason why. It's like the COVID
William,
thing.
Yet again, William, let me say it. Thank you for reminding me that this show continues to frustrate and disappoint. Okay? That's how Saber works. That's what I'm here for, is therapy to fucking handle all of the fucking inconsistencies and shit that I don't understand. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. And so it's like, I mean, I liked what I'm seeing with, like, Rentaro and everything. But it's like, you get those little things and you're like, but wait, weren't you over here? Why are you over here now? Yeah. And then I'm also getting, like, this whole, like, throughout this episode...
Wait, stop thinking about continuity, alright? Okay, continuity, not important, alright?
I mean, like, it's just a mention that I want to say here.
Especially within a story motif, don't think about continuity within a story motif, alright?
You want more on the story motifs here? Here you go. I'm just... The one thing that kind of just brings me out of it just a little bit is only because of the sudden shifts. It's like the sudden shifts in tone. Because you get Tomo's thing, and then you get, like, I don't know, shitty Naruto thing, right?
Yeah.
And then you get Rentaro's thing, which is such a drastically darker tone compared to everything else. That's a little more lighter, you know. And it's just like, it's very weird because it just takes me as like, oh, okay, we're getting oh god, his master died, what? And then we'll switch over to the next scene where Toma and Slash are like sitting down. They just figured out the riddle. It's like they have the light in the back. They have the room's all lit up, and it's like a happy tone compared to what we just saw with Rentaro just screaming out in frustration over the fact that he couldn't avenge his master. Yeah. It's just like oh, this is his thing. I'm hoping that like in regards to the whole Rentaro's frustration thing, I want to see if there's going to be any character development in May. If only because she actually reacted differently to how I usually see her.
Well, yeah, she was like, oh shit, he's actually getting beaten. I mean, I'm not going to stop filming, but I am going to, like, oops, you did.
I mean, what can she really do at this point, honestly?
Become a Kamen Rider.
Okay.
You know, I joke about it at first of like, haha, it'd be fucking terrible. I'm sure they're gonna fucking do it. I'm sure they'll fucking do it.
Oh, you're gonna call that right now? Is this gonna be?
I mean, I don't want to. I've already called.
She's not really a practical, useful character.
I already made the call
she literally puts herself in danger without thinking.
Yeah,
right? But not the good kind, right? Of like, oh boy, I'm gonna be a hero and put myself in danger for others. No, she's just straight up walking. Like if there was a burning building, she'll be like, "What's inside?"
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. What's inside, and can I take pictures?
Yeah, pretty much. She's pretty much
She'd take a selfie with the fire in the background, and be like, #burning blast, and then like no one, and then she'd be found as a charred corpse. But
it's so brutal. Holy shit! Yeah. But to be fair, I mean, that's probably realistic to get a character.
I mean, I've already made the hot take that the girl from Toma's past is gonna show up as a rider, like an enemy rider.
Yeah, I'm betting on that too. I'm assuming that's gonna happen. She seems important. Right.
Yeah. I mean, with how I hint at her, she should be.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope we don't get another Gaim situation with a mysterious female character.
Yeah, where the mysterious female character was inside you all along.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Thanks for reminding me to watch that. And also, what? Also, don't tell me. But what?
You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out.
There's a mystery. There's a mystery identity of a mysterious like lady. And the reveal for it is dumber than you think.
Really?
It's some Gen Urobuchi. It's Gen Urobuchi.
Okay. You see, I know what to expect now.
Yeah.
I might not know the twist, but I know what to expect.
Yeah. It's like oh that's way less surprising than I thought it was. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I hope it's not that type of situation.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But there were nice fight scenes in this episode, and I appreciate that much.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, definitely. I mean, at least from what I'm expecting from Kamen Rider, I think I would definitely enjoy the fight scenes a lot.
And again, they did actually do some exposition, and they did actually describe it, but boy howdy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do actually get a lot of story stuff thrown on us, and we're learning a lot of stuff.
There was a lot to,
here,
take in,
let's end the episode with me finally stop teasing William, and I'll finally tell him about Donut Gate.
Oh, okay,
right.
nice. All right, tell me.
Okay. So, you know, a lot of Kamen Riders, they have weird things that they like to do. Like, they have little tics. Like, in Kabuto, he likes talking about his grandma a lot. And shit like that. Or they'll have, like, in Kamen Rider O's, he really likes to have a fresh pair of underwear. They have just weird. They'll give like a weird personality to.
The weird character.
Thomas is apparently that he's a writer and he has all of the clothes in the world, right?
Yeah.
So in Wizard, he really likes to eat donuts. And it's a joke between like him and the secondary writer because the secondary writer really likes mayo, which is fucking disgusting. But
hold on, no. It was Japanese mayonnaise, right?
It's Japanese
Japanese and
so
American mayonnaise are completely different.
It's only slightly better that it's Japanese mayo, but it's still mayo. Anyway, so the main character, Kamen Rider Wizard, he likes to eat donuts. So
yeah, plain sugar.
That's the thing. That's the thing. So in like every episode, like Tassel, who we haven't brought up today because Tassel is not really. It doesn't really add that much to the story this time. He's not that creepy.
He's just there.
But in like every episode, Wizard goes up to this donut booth to go buy his donuts. Who happens to run the donut booth? A really questionable gay caricature, and it's like every you'd think maybe we shouldn't, maybe this is a little bit problematic, but maybe it's okay. But then you throw in the fact that every time he goes there, Donut Man is trying to sell him, like, some kind of new donut, and he's like, no, I just want, it's like, I just want a fucking... regular
donut,
sugar powdered donut, and he's like, yeah, but won't you eat my other donut? And it's like, I'm gonna send you. Hold on, I'm gonna send you a picture of it. I said it.
Okay, yeah. You see, the way you phrase that is just very questionable.
Hold on. Let's see if I can.
I don't want to see the man's donut. Okay.
Well, so here's the. Wait. Oh shit. Uh oh. Ooh, wait.
Yeah.
I'm looking back at it. Hold on. That's a little bit weirder.
Yeah, we're making all these noises. It's just really weird.
So I went back to Wizard. I don't know how it got that.
Okay, you see, why are you doing this to me? Why do you have to keep doing this? I'm just curious.
Here, I'm just gonna send you the link to the wiki. But I just made a startling revelation in Donut Gate, blasting this case wide open.
Blasting ass open. All right. What am I looking at here?
Oh, that's a weird thumbnail for that thing to show up as. Really weird.
Yeah.
Unrelated to the character.
Okay. Here's the thing. The character is actually trans. So, like the actress is actually trans. So that's a big oops. But also, it's still kind of a caricature character. But, yeah, according to the wiki, was the first openly LGBT cast member in the history of Kamen Rider. So maybe I shouldn't shit on Donut Gate that much.
Okay. Well, I mean,
but,
at least they're progressive, I suppose.
Yeah,
If you need me at any point to edit all this out and then just cut to this point from now on, I'll do that. All right.
Yeah. No. It starts with me saying, let me break down Donut Gate, and then and then after I say that, it just cuts to. Yeah, never mind.
I mean, I think maybe it's okay, if only because it says here, at the time of Wizard's production and airing, she had presented as a homosexual man, which her character was presumed to be as well. But then she has since come out as a transgender woman. So, maybe it's like...
It's... I don't know. I have an issue with... I mean, it's not, like, the biggest, like, gripe to make, but it's like... Japan is real weird with their, like... gay characters,
they
the
really
queer
like
characters, and it's like, I don't know if that's okay, but
Japan is like they caricature it like a good deal. Yeah, but it's strangely open about it, and so it's like it's strangely accepting in that way.
So like I'm gonna keep I'm worried I'm gonna keep shitting on Tassel. Now that I've read this shit, I'm worried I'm gonna keep shitting on Tassel, and it's gonna be like, yeah, Tassel's actually a fucking gay icon. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's a thing.
Yeah.
But we can end it here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, that was another great episode of Spooky Tober. All right.
Yeah.
Still Spooky Tober, by the way.
The spooky was inside us all along.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right. Overall, all right. Final thoughts, real quick. I do like this. It was a good episode.
Yeah, it was a good episode, relatively well rounded.
I would say the same. It is a good episode. I just like it throws a lot at you, man.
It's either telling you nothing or something.
Yeah, it's just like there was so much that it was like I had to kind of go through the episode again just to kind of let the information settle. Like, oh, okay, so that was what's going on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good. I mean, at least we had something that was going on, not unlike fucking Karen Major in the fucking filler episodes. God.
Oh boy, I don't know shit about that.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
And I'm okay with it. And I'm okay with it.
You should be okay with it. I'm not okay with it.
You're just like how me and Tariq are not okay with whatever the fuck Ryan was doing.
Oh boy, yeah.
There we go. I tied it all back.
Okay, yeah,
that's how you tie back to Nicole.
Tied it up with a nice big red bow.
With a nice, terrible, bad touch bow.
Okay, you know what? That's a better analogy. There you go, I guess. Jesus.
All right.
That's it. All right, that's it. Coronavirus is still a thing. Wash your hands. Okay, thanks, bye.